a little over a week. That's better than a month or whatever lapsed between the last two live streams. But anyway, here we are. So I got an iced cherry chai, which is a new spring drink from Starbucks. And it's pretty tasty. I don't normally get the chai because it is so sweet, and they don't have a sugar-free option. And it's like sweet in a way, like I actually like drinks to be sweet. I normally prefer coffee to tea, but chai tea, you know, it's very flavorful. I enjoy the flavor of cardamom. Actually, like, cardamom should be in more things. Like, I feel like we're missing out here in America. There's a cardamom shortage. We should have cardamom in more things. But, and anyways, it's just like it's so sugary, and it like hits my stomach and makes my stomach feel uncomfortable. So anyway, I'm also like preparing my vitamins. We've got omega-3. Haven't taken my vitamins yet today. So while I'm waiting for people to show up, and for anyone, I see one person watching. Hello. I'm just gonna get my vitamins. Take my vitamins. I exercised today. I took a shower. You know, like I have the hygiene of a Sasquatch, but today was a shower day. I'm going in with the vitamin E now. These vitamin E's, like during the cold weather, they stick to each other so bad. They still stick to each other, but like in the cold weather, it's like you have to pry them apart. And it is very, very difficult. This is ibuprofen. It just stays in my vitamin bag, but thankfully I don't need any right now. I will probably need some by the end of the day, because there usually comes some point in the day, or sometimes multiple points in the day, where the ibuprofen is needed for knee pain or whatever. Got some vitamin D. Hi, 3 people watching. Hello, everyone. I am doing readings if anyone wants to do a reading. In the meantime, I'm getting my vitamins together. Now, this one is actually not a vitamin. It's my omeprazole, which I should not have shown the label because it's got my full... Anyway, it should not have shown the label there, but whatever. So this is for acid reflux. And then we've got just like multivitamin. How's everyone doing today? Yesterday I just completed a month, 4 weeks, you know, so basically a month of keto. And I lost 7 pounds net. So I'm 7 pounds down further than I was before in a month's time, which is not bad. I think that, like, usually when I do keto, I lose more than that in the first month, and I feel like what happened is, and then in regards to this chai that I'm drinking with all the sugar in it, I am taking a break for a few days, and then I'm going to go back in. But I think what happened is a couple times, like when I ordered like Mellow Yellow Zero at Wendy's, I think I was given regular Mellow Yellow, so I just have to be more careful about that type of thing. And just, I guess if I'm going to Wendy's or someplace, hello, is it Yee 78790? Angel Face, 4 hearts to you as well. I hope you're doing well today. So anyway, I'll just have to go in and like pour it myself instead, just to make sure that I'm getting sugar-free. Oh, we've got 5 people watching. I hope everyone's doing well. I am available for paid readings, just $5. That's only during the live stream. Otherwise, you can order readings from my website or my Etsy shop. But the $5 price is paid via SuperChat or SuperSticker during the live stream only, and then you get a 10-minute reading. We can go into whatever you want to go into during that 10 minutes. I'll take my vitamins now. I got a Diet Dr. Pepper as well. I like to often have multiple beverages going on because I'm just a freak. But also right now it's especially good because this is just so sweet. This iced cherry chai, which I do recommend. The cherry flavor is really nice. I feel like if I get this something with the cherry again, the cherry cold foam, maybe I would just get a cold brew and not the chai, because the chai, it tastes good. Tastes great actually, but it is so sweet. It just like hits my stomach in a way that makes me kind of sick. So anyway, I think what they do for the chai is they have like this very thick chai flavored syrup, and then they just add water, you know, cold water or hot water, depending if you get it iced or hot. But I mean, it does taste good. I'm not complaining about the taste, but it's just like so sweet. But the cherry stuff, I mean, here's the thing too with the cold foams at Starbucks. Like, they don't last for very long until they just kind of blend into the drink. But the cherry was very flavorful. It is a nice little switcheroo, and it does complement the chai very well, I think. They used to be like, Starbucks went through this phase. Well, there's this like overall phase where like people were really rabid about straws. Now, I did not ask for this straw. This guy just gave me the straw, because I will just drink out of the like sipper lid. But when people are like going crazy about straws, I'm like, oh my God, straws single-handedly are ruining the environment, and like anyone who uses a straw is a horrible person. They wouldn't give you a straw at Starbucks during that time. Like, even if you wanted one, I got a drink with like whip on top once. I'm like, you have to have a straw. It has like the dome lid. You can't drink out of the dome lid. Like, there's one way to drink it, and that's with a straw. Hello, Rach. You're a horrible person. Yeah. I mean, I get it. Like, reduce, reuse, recycle. You know, like, I'm down for that. But, you know, like, people just get kind of a bit self-righteous about it. But anyway, yeah, this barista would not give me a straw. This was a few years ago, like 3 or 4 years ago. But it's like, it was like something that I had gotten cool, like the whip topping on, so it had the dome lid. You have to have a straw for that. Like, that's how you drink it. On paper straws, yeah, they kind of disintegrate. They're cute though. I mean, the paper straws are kind of cute, but yeah, I'm with you there. I guess you can get, I've never gotten these, like the metal or the plastic straws that are reusable, but it seems like they would be difficult to wash. But excuse me, I mean, I don't know. I appreciate people making an effort, but the other thing is too, like, a lot of people with the reusable cups too, it's like people, they collect so many of them, and like, I guess that's still better than how many cups are getting thrown away. I don't know. I mean, if it's the cardboard cups for hot coffee, then I feel like don't those just break down naturally? I understand with the plastic though, this does not break down. I get it. But anyway, I would have given the drink back and kindly asked for a refund, to be honest. Well, she did not get a tip. I'll tell you that. She did not get a tip. Yeah. But now there's a guy who works there. He always gives out a straw, whether you ask for it or not. So anyway, I ended up putting a straw. After I drank enough of it that I had basically gotten the cold foam anyway, I'm like, okay, we'll go ahead and put the straw in there since I have it. Anyway, this, I don't know if you were here when I said Rach, but this is the iced cherry chai. And it is very tasty. Chai is not what I normally get. I'm normally like a coffee drink kind of gal. But, and yeah, I just finished a month of keto, and now starting today, I'm taking a few days break, and then I'm going to do another month of keto. I lost 7 pounds in the past month, so that's good. So just like slow and steady decline is what I'm looking for. Hello, Priyanka. An iced dirty chai, so that has an espresso shot in it, right? I don't think I have. That probably would be good, but I love the flavor of the chai. The other thing with the chai, though, is that sugar goes straight to my stomach, and it makes me a little bit sick. I have adjusted now. I took a little break from drinking this, and like, I'm okay. But I just don't know if I can deal with that much sugar. I like sweetener. I like things to be sweet, but I usually use artificial sweeteners, which I know are horrible for you, but it's like all of the sugar at once. I don't know. It just makes my tummy upset for some reason. Spinstar, hello. What is next for me in life? Love, money, and life. Next exciting things to happen. So do you like the iced dirty chai? Maybe I'll try that sometime. I am intrigued. Okay, I'm getting my timer ready. This is for Spinstar, so that we can make sure we get you 10 minutes. Yes, Americano is what I've gotten. I mean, mostly I have not been going to Starbucks because it's expensive. I'll either make my own instant coffee or get the dollar coffee at McDonald's. But I've gotten an Americano a couple times recently as well, and then just added a little bit of my own heavy cream and artificial sweetener. Yeah, because if you get the shaken espresso, they put too much cream in it, and so on keto, I'm just trying to, like, you know, get the lowest carb. But yeah, I like an Americano as well. Lots of caffeine. Lots of caffeine. All right, let me see. I'm sorry, I should have already had my timer open. I used my old phone for this. Okay. Dunkin', yeah, I don't have a Dunkin' close to me, but yeah. They have way more flavor options. That's what I like about Dunkin'. Thank you, Em. Okay, I'm so sorry to Spinstar. Let me heart your... Okay, I'm going to start Spinstar's reading. And we're going to see what's coming up in love, money, and just life in general. Oops, let me make a note of that. Love, money, and life. Most of the flavor tastes like fake, yeah. Well, like I said, I can't get there very often, but there's not one close to me. All right. I feel like Dunkin' comes up with better ideas than Starbucks, because Starbucks keeps on this like lavender cream. I haven't tried it. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm just like, is this really what the people want? You can order a reading, by paying a $5 super chat or a $5 super sticker. All right, I'm starting. I don't know if you're still here. I'm so sorry that it took me a while. Spinstar, I am starting your timer now. So always put 10 minutes and 20 seconds, just a little boost there. So for Spin Star, what's coming up? I'm going to do like a past, present, future so we can kind of see the how things are moving for love for Spin Star. Okay, hi. So we have the past for love is the Three of Wands, the present is the Nine of Cups, and the future is the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, I feel like, you know, this feels like the recent past going into the present moment. Maybe there have been some enjoyable moments in your love life, like feels like maybe you've been feeling crushy for someone and vice versa. Like I would say right now, maybe you're feeling loved and appreciated, like maybe there's a feeling that someone loves you and adores you with this Nine of Cups. And in the future, I have the Queen of Pentacles. So this, and this is for love, Queen of Pentacles and Two of Pentacles. I don't know, to me it feels, let me see. Yeah, it feels actually like, it's almost like, it's nice to know that you're cared for and loved and appreciated, which is what you're feeling now. But it's like going forward, you're fueling that feeling maybe into other areas of your life. And I just clarified this. I feel like it's work. We have a lot of pentacles going on here. And I clarified, is this getting involved in a serious relationship? Because sometimes pentacles can mean that. Or is this more about focusing on career? And the stronger card was the career card. Again, we have the King of Pentacles. So I do feel like maybe you have not felt loved at all in the past. Well, I'm sorry about that. But it feels like to me like your focus going forward is more on career. Because we have a lot of career cards, and it's like feeling solid and stable and grounded, basically. Thank you, Em. That's a cute sticker, by the way. So, yeah, I mean, I'm sorry that that doesn't resonate for you about the past. I was saying in the present that you feel loved, but it's by the way you're saying it, it sounds like you don't feel loved in the present either. Because this was the past card, was the Three of Wands. And to me, the Three of Wands is like crushy feelings, like chemistry. Am I leaving the past behind, with it the people? Well, are you trying to leave the past behind? I'm assuming that you are. Like, let's just say, if Spin Star continues to put effort into leaving the past behind, will Spin Star succeed? Because you have to put effort into it, otherwise it's not going to happen. Is Spin Star successfully leaving the past behind? Well, it's a little bit of a mixed response. We have the World card upright, which does feel like letting go of, you know, she's literally throwing her hat, you know, she's like, ah, you know, like there's this joyful feeling of moving ahead in life. So I would say, like, yeah, in a way, yes. And then we have the Three of Swords reversed and the Five of Pentacles reversed. So yeah, I mean, I feel like if you're putting effort into embracing life, to me it feels a little bit, it's less like the focus is letting go of the past and embracing what we have now and embracing what we're moving into, which makes sense, because the more that you do let go of the past, your focus isn't even on that. It isn't about like, let me shrug off those people, because you're so focused on the new coming in that you're no longer thinking of those people. So I would say yes, Spin Star, you are going to be able to embrace a life that is fresh and new, and focus on new people, new opportunities, new happiness. Yeah. So you have so much Pentacles coming out. We have the Six of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. Oh, and we had a hidden card here, the Four of Cups. I feel, you know, like you have such a strong desire to move out of that stagnant energy, and you do have such a persistent focus on that, that yes, you're going to be gaining ground. Okay, so you want a message about Anosh, Spinstar. What did you want to know about Anosh, and who is this to you? I need some, like, what do you want to know about this person? Hello, Jaded Kate. I'm going to be getting to you next, and we've got about 4 or 5 minutes till we get there. What do you want to know about Anosh, Spinstar? Like, are you wanting to know how they feel about you? Is this an ex? Is it a friend? Is it someone you work with? Will I be able to move on from him and his mess? Yes, you'll be able to. I'm already seeing that, the moving on. I think you'll move on way better than him. You are represented by the Justice card. He is represented by the High Priestess, and the shared energy is the Eight of Swords. So yeah, you're going to be able to make a clean cut and make better choices for yourself. So it's best for you to move on. You know that. You're very clear-headed about it. I feel like on his end, he is not as clear-headed. He's trying also, I would say he is also trying to move forward, but I don't know. It's like he's kind of struggling to stay grounded in reality. And in any case, the answer is yes. You will be able to move on from him and his mess very well. I mean, the cards representing you here are the Justice and the Ace of Cups. So it's like fresh waters, you know, like letting go of all of this mess, as you call it, and allowing fresh, clean, pure energy to enter your life. Feels very positive to me. Yeah, I think he's very much lacking in self-awareness with that High Priestess and Two of Pentacles. He's more, yeah, he's just not grounded in reality very well. And so I'm sorry to hear that, but I do feel successfully that you will be moving on. Is there anything else that Spinstar needs to know? Okay, will you meet someone new? I feel like there's already someone new. So the answer is no, but with my clarifiers, I feel like there already is someone new. That's what I feel. And I was picking it up before that you feel adored. You know, I'm just telling you what I see in the cards. You don't have to agree with it, and maybe I am just terribly wrong, but like, I feel like there is already someone new. You know, maybe you're not in a relationship yet or something, but there are feelings. I feel like there's someone here that there are mutual feelings with already. So we've got a minute left. So if you have any final burning questions, I hope that the reading has helped. Let me see if there's any final advice for you. Now, this is a new person. I feel there's someone new already. I think that final advice for you is, you know, like, again, you are going to succeed in moving on, but you have to focus more on yourself and your moving on process. I know it's hard not to focus on the other person, especially if he's trying to control you. But as much as possible, you have to focus on you and your life and try not to really be focused on him. He has to focus on himself. He's the one that has to figure that out. If he's thinking about you, that's his problem. You have to think about yourself and focus on yourself, and put one foot in front of the other for you, and not really think about what it has to do with him. It's about you. All right, so the timer's going off here. Okay, so next up we have M. So M, are you still here? You said advice on your current situation. I need a little bit more context. What is your current situation? I haven't started the timer yet. I just need to hear from you first. M. Well, I appreciate that, Spin Star. It was really nice to read for you. I hope that it was fun and hopefully helpful as well. That's what I like to go for, but... So to anyone else that's watching, I'm waiting to hear from M because it's their turn to get a reading. And anyone else who wants to get in line, hello Dane. Anyone else who wants to get in line, you can. It's $5 via SuperChat or SuperSticker. I hope it's not stuck again, because this happened like the last 2 times I did a live stream. Can you, if you all can hear me, somebody say something in the chat so that I know, because I'm waiting on M. I hope that M is still here. Okay. Hello, thank you. Meow, meow. Not stuck. Okay. Well, we're waiting on M. I guess in the meantime we can just chit chat, or if anyone else wants a reading. I prefer not to start the reading without the person here, because that way they can ask questions as necessary. How's everybody feeling? We're starting to get into spring weather where I'm at in Kentucky. I don't know how it is where you guys are at, but it's nice. Almost over this cold, yeah. We actually had some snow flurries. Was it yesterday or the day before? But there were flurries. It didn't like build up, you know. I can accept snow flurries that don't accumulate. I do not want any more accumulating snow. You've still got snow where you are, Dane. I'm sorry. Oh, you have a virus. Okay. Well, I'm glad it's almost over. That sucks that you're sick. I will say, knock on wood, I am grateful. I don't get sick very often with viruses and stuff like that. Although last August I did get COVID, which as far as I know, it was the first time I'd ever had COVID. I think I talked about this in another live stream, actually. Oh my God, it was awful. It was horrible. I went to the ER over it because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Hey, Jaded. What are Rick's thoughts and feelings about me? Please, we're coworkers, but limited contact at work. Okay. Well, Em, if you were here, I don't know. I'm going to have to come back and get you. Okay, Jaded Kate is asking about Rick feelings. I don't know why God made me like this, but this is like my wheelhouse. Like the thoughts and feelings readings. Most people don't recommend COVID. Yeah. It's like when I was a kid and I wanted to get chicken pox because I guess I wanted attention or whatever. I don't know. It's like, no, idiot. Chicken pox are not fun. Maybe you get out of school for a few days and you get more attention, but no, you don't want to actually get chicken pox. You remember when you were a kid and you're like, you wanted to wear Band-Aids? Again, I feel like it's attention seeking. Like, oh, look, I get to wear a Band-Aid. Stupid. All right. Jaded Kate, I'm hearting your comment. And Dane is a proud Canadian. Were we talking about Canada? Where did that come from? All right, starting here. So what about Rick? Rick's thoughts and feelings about Kate. So, oh, snow. Well, yeah, I guess that makes sense. All right, let me focus here on Kate. So Rick's energy is the Emperor. The shared energy is the Moon. So I do feel like there are significant feelings. These feel like feelings that are mostly under the surface, right? Feelings that are not entirely visible, feelings that are not really being openly shown. And you are the Page of Pentacles. So I would say, I feel like, you know, you said he's a coworker, and so to me it feels like both of you are able to kind of push down the feelings enough to kind of focus on work and getting work done. But yeah, I mean, I feel, I think it's not easy for either of you. So we've got on his end the Emperor and the Death card. Having all of these feelings and having to sort of suppress it, that's kind of what it feels like. The Moon card doesn't always feel to me like suppressing of major feelings, but for whatever reason here it is feeling that way. And I think it's like it's almost painful to both of you to be suppressing those feelings. But yeah, let me ask more specifically about his feelings here. Okay, what I feel like here is that, oh, thank you, Em. Okay, I'm going to finish up Jaded Kate's and then I'll get to you. So I hope that you are here because I want to be able, if you can tell me what you mean by current situation, like what is the situation that you want advice on, that would be helpful. Because you're going to get more helpful feedback if I have a specific understanding of what the question is. All right. So anyway, Jaded Kate, what I feel like is that he really notices you. Like if you're walking past or something, you know, like he's noticing your every move. He notices when you walk past. He notices you sometimes looking at him. It's 10 minutes. I'll start the timer when I start your reading. I'm sorry, Kate. If we need to go a few minutes longer with yours, also we can. But yeah, I feel like he's noticing your every move. This Rick guy, he's noticing your every move. And every time he sees you, it's like this punch to the gut of like these strong emotions. He knows without a doubt that he is interested in you. Whoops. But I do feel like at the same time, he's very much trying to suppress it. Because I think he can pick up that you have feelings for him as well. Like the chemistry is there and he's aware of it, but at the same time, he's like, no, I'm imagining it. You know, we have the Two of Cups reversed and the Eight of Swords. It's like, he doesn't want to be stupid. He doesn't want to assume that there's more there than what there really is. Because, I don't know, like, he does feel sometimes that you must like him that way, in a romantic way, but other times you seem more focused on work, and he's like, I must have imagined that other stuff to begin with. So those are basically his thoughts and feelings. What else is he thinking about the situation? I really think strongly that he feels it's better to suppress and hold back from all of this romantic feeling stuff and just focus more on work. It's like, and it's not even for his own sake too. It's also like he doesn't want to cause anxiety to you. He doesn't want to try to like open that can of worms and then find out that like you're not on that page at all. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's basically what he's thinking, Kate. I don't know if you had anything else specific to ask, but he's noticing your every move. He definitely has a strong desire for you and a lot of emotions. Like, there's a lot of attraction here, but he purposely tries to suppress it because he doesn't want to, you know, make you anxious if he's wrong, if he's assuming too much in terms of your feelings. Yeah, so I mean, I guess that's the basic vibe. What else does Jaded Kate need to know about this situation? I feel like you're the only person right now that he does have an attraction to you. Like, there's nobody else. His focus is only in your direction. The fact that this is reversed and he's facing you in that reversal, to me, is indicating that. Like, you are the only person he has an attraction to right now. I think he does see you as relationship material because he's seeing you as this Queen of Pentacles. But it feels to him like there's just a lot on the line with the Ten of Swords. He's like, it would be a real risk, you know, like I could try to approach her romantically and I could be so off base, and then what? It's going to cause her stress. She's going to be stressed out. It's going to be awkward because we work together as well. So he feels like there's a lot that could go wrong. And what else does she need to know here? He also feels like there are probably other people at work as well who are interested in you or find you hot at the very least. I don't think he feels like anyone else has the level of emotion for you that he does. But he feels like maybe other people do find you hot there at work, which he doesn't really like that. I would say that that does kind of make him uncomfortable. No, I think so Kate, you're saying, so he wouldn't try to make it known to you. The opposite right now, because he feels like it would be wrong. He's afraid that it might make you feel uncomfortable because he doesn't know for sure if he's even correct that you also have feelings for him. He wants to believe that that's true, but he doesn't want to assume too much. So yeah, I don't think that he's going to be trying to make it openly known to you. What could you do to convey that? I mean, he is picking up on it, but it's like, you know how when you're picking up on something and you're like, no, I just shouldn't assume too much. I mean, I really don't know how else to express it, but like, I've felt this way before where I'm like, well, I think that person likes me too, but like, I don't want to be delusional. Like maybe I'm in Delulu land, you know what I mean? Like that's what he's not sure of. He does already pick it up, but there's, you know, it's like two sides of his brain arguing with each other. One side of his brain does already have an awareness that there's a mutual crush here or mutual attraction. But the other side of his brain is like, no, that's illogical. You know, like, don't pay attention to that. You're stupid. You're delusional. But anyway, is there anything she can do that would help him to understand for sure? Well, I'm getting a strong yes here. We have you as the Chariot. We have the shared energy as the Devil and him as the World. What does this mean? What is... Well, so it's a strong yes, and yet I'm trying to understand what it is saying. Huh. Oh, okay. I would say, like, talk to him about his personal life. That's what I'm getting here. Like, bring up the conversation of his personal life. And, I don't know, like, ask him questions about his personal life. You know, the Chariot card is about the sign of Cancer. I always bring that up, but it's like make it obvious that you want to know more about him on a personal level, basically. I think the timer is about to go off here. So yeah, start asking him questions about his personal life is the answer that I'm getting. Well, hello, Barry Lee Reynolds. So I get, okay. If this is the actual Barry Lee Reynolds, I'm glad to see you, but I don't know for sure because I get weird stalker and hacker stuff going on with me sometimes, so. But if this is my actual friend Barry, it is wonderful to see you. I don't feel confirmed that it is you, but it's like weird that I would see you again because it's Venus retrograde. It's very on theme. Yeah, I have weird, like, people imitating other people things happening to me, Barry, so I don't know. I hope it's you. I was actually just thinking about you the other day and like maybe I should send Barry an email. I haven't talked to Barry in a long time. Okay, Em, I definitely am still getting your chats. I just wanted to finish up the reading with Kate there, and I'm glad you're here now, and we can start fresh with you for your reading. Okay, I have been receiving your chats. I was just talking to Kate, and while I'm doing your reading, I'm gonna focus on you as well. Okay, so your situation is that you're not very happy with your life right now, with your relationship mainly. Okay, so thank you for your patience. You're in New Orleans? Okay, well, I hope that you are going to be around or come in and out because I'm going to do this person's reading that they paid for. And they've been very patiently waiting. Okay. So, Em, can you tell me, so you're in a relationship and you're not very happy with the relationship. Can you tell me the initial or first name of the person that you're in a relationship with? And that'll just help to direct the energy for the reading. J. Okay, so M and J. So you're not happy with the relationship and you're just kind of wanting to know what your spirit guides have to say about it. Okay. What their advice is. Okay, so all right, M, I am starting the timer now for 10 minutes. I actually always start 10 minutes and 20 seconds. But okay, so M's relationship with J. M is not very satisfied with the relationship. Help us to understand what's going on here. Okay. So your spirit guides are portraying J as the Seven of Swords. You are the Fool card, and the shared energy is the Six of Pentacles. And I'm clarifying that with the Queen of Wands. Well, I would say, first of all, in terms of this relationship, you and Jay both have a similar idea with the Six of Pentacles of what you want out of it, what you're willing to give to it. So there is a compatibility here of interests. There's a compatibility of desire for each other. There's a compatibility of, you know, both of you are equally invested in the relationship. Both of you, you know, I would say at some level, like, feel that the relationship is providing positive opportunities overall. I would say that the difference, however, is that you are coming into it with like wearing your heart on your sleeve type of energy with the Fool card. You're coming into it, you know, just ready to embrace it all and ready to put your heart out on the line and not try to hide anything. But I feel like the opposite is true with Jay, because Jay is coming through here as the Seven of Swords energy. So this is someone who's not really being very direct. They're not really putting their heart out on the table. It's someone who might feel more comfortable and stable being much slower about opening up. So what do your spirit guides suggest to improve this relationship? So somebody type something in the chat, because I want to make sure that the chat didn't get stuck again, as it happens sometimes. Okay, so I'm asking your spirit guides, M, what can you do here? You are the Hermit. The shared energy is the Knight of Pentacles, and then J is the Six of Swords. I do feel like basically what your spirit guides are saying is that you might have to, in order to make the relationship itself function more effectively, you might have to sort of respect the fact that J needs to work more on J with the Six of Swords. And maybe that means that they're not ready to open up as quickly, or they're not ready to jump into what's next with you as quickly and easily. What does that Six of Swords mean? I just feel like with Jay, going too quickly is a recipe for disaster. But I think your spirit guides do want to point out that the two of you do have a lot of really good potential for the long term. It's just more of a slow and steady, slowly opening up, slowly blossoming type of thing. Can anyone type into the chat? I don't know if the chat is stuck again or what's going on. Okay. Yes. I was recently thinking about our trip to New Orleans also. That's weird. I was thinking about you recently and also that trip. Okay, thank you. I'm glad that people can hear me. All right, so Em, we have 4 minutes left. I mean, that's basically the advice here from your spirit guides, is understanding that Jay is someone who has to open up slowly, who has to like proceed in a relationship more at a slow and steady pace. What else is important for M? And you can interrupt at any time, M, if you have other specific questions, but or if you want to ask about any other topic. But what else do your spirit guides just feel that you should know? It kind of feels like both of you might need space for yourselves separately sometimes. You know, we have you as the Queen of Swords, them as the Lovers reversed, the Knight of Cups reversed. Sometimes the two of you might just need to take your own time for yourselves separate from each other. I know that that might hurt. We have the Three of Swords here. But it is actually a form of love to kind of like, you know, absence makes the heart grow fonder sometimes. Sometimes in order to facilitate love, we need to step back from it for a moment and give each other space. You've been long together. Yeah, and I feel that you will be long together still. But I don't know, sometimes there is just that need for space. And, you know, it's like when we step back from something, we can see the bigger picture more easily. Oh, you feel like you've fallen out of love a long time ago. But I think in stepping back, it might allow you to kind of reinvigorate that and understand like how to pace it out, how to go the distance, how to like get your second wind, so to speak. You know, when runners are running a long race, they get to the point where they want to give up as well. But like if they keep going, they get their second wind. So stepping back allows you to get that second wind in this case, like recognizing, okay, I'm in a relationship, but I also still have my own life separately as an individual, and I have to pour water into that as well in order to maintain, you know, myself as a person, so I can even continue to show up in this relationship. Yeah, you love him a lot. I feel that the romantic feelings will come back. I think that that will get reinvigorated. But it's like you have to find the passion in other areas of your life too in order for that spark to get reignited. You know, maybe going on a trip by yourself. We have this Chariot card here. Definitely doing things that are separate from your partner and allowing that separateness to be fulfilling and light a spark within you also helps to relight the spark between the two of you. Now that I think about it, it might be more of my life path. I'm still happy with what I'm doing, but it seems like it has lost its meaning to me. I can't word it well. What is the meaning of what M does? Well, when I ask your guides, what is the meaning of what you're doing, we get the Hanged Man. So there's something about what you're doing in your life, which is about being able to think deeply about things in ways that maybe other people would not. You know, you have a very unique perspective. You have a very strong mind and a very deep and thoughtful and very passionate as well with this Strength card approach to life. You're willing to examine things mentally in ways that other people maybe are not. You know, maybe other people want to play it safe. You're a little bit more courageous. You're a little bit more adventurous, even in your thought processes. So I don't know, like that's part of the meaning or purpose behind what you're doing is to have a very open, broad mind. A mind that's willing to explore things in ways that, you know, maybe if you said some of your thoughts out loud to people about this difference of perspective, some people would just be like, no, you know, like they would not be there for it, you know. And yet that's the type of thinking outside the box that is genius, really. Like, you know, like new thoughts can only develop from people who are willing to truly think beyond what is currently acceptable to think. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's what I'm getting. Let's see here. So we've got 15 seconds left, so the reading's about over. I hope that it was helpful. If you have any final thoughts, let me know, and I'll try to clear it up. But I think the timer's going off now. All right. Well, Barry, are you still here? Yeah, when we were at Morehead State, we took a trip to New Orleans. I definitely remember. It is interesting. I really was thinking about that recently. I have never been to New Orleans before or since. And I think that's what I was thinking about is partly because I remember we went to that voodoo museum, which was really cool, and they had that gigantic spider. Oh, okay, you have a video. I will have to follow that link later, because if I push the link now, I think it'll probably take me out of my live stream. Yeah, we went to that voodoo museum. Do you remember the guy? Oh, he invited us to go up and see. He said he had a spider that was as big as his table. Like a big ass spider, and you did not want to go see it. But the voodoo museum itself was pretty cool too. And I also remember we went to that warehouse where they gave a tour of all like the old Mardi Gras floats and costumes and stuff. I remember going to a wax museum, and I feel like I was having a meltdown myself at the wax museum because my hair was getting on my nerves. I had this like beanie thing on. It was getting on my nerves. I was being having a temper tantrum. Sharon, can you give me advice on my love life? I am single and I feel like I never meet someone. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, it's nice to see. I mean, you're, I'm doing readings during this live stream, obviously, Barry. So. We'll get interrupted, but it is nice to catch up with you. All right. Sharon. Oh, and Brian. Okay. So you've got two people on the list, Sharon and Brian. All right, Brian, I'm about to start Sharon's reading, and then yours will be directly after Sharon's. I'm trying to think which deck wants to come out. I think it is just the old standard Rider-Waite-Smith. Okay. All right. I'm actually going to have to take a bathroom break. It'll take me like 2 minutes, Sharon, before I start your reading, because otherwise it's going to distract me. Your girl's got to pee. I'll be right back. It'll take like 2 minutes. Can figure out where my keys are. Oh Lord. Okay. Okay, I'll be back. right, I'm back. I did vanish momentarily, that is true. Okay. Yeah, when people start asking questions about testicles, I have to take a moment for myself, you know. But anyway, Sharon, I'm grateful for your patience. Okay. Because really, if I had not, I would be sitting here throughout your whole reading, like, just uncomfortable, and it would be hard to focus. Okay. So thank you. All right, Sharon, are you here? I'm starting your reading, and thank you. All right, so wanting to know why you are always single and not meeting someone seems to be a common predicament. It's definitely one that I understand personally. Okay, I'm starting the timer now, so let's see. What do Sharon's spirit guides feel is going on here? What's going on here? Okay. So we have the Five of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Six of Wands. I feel like the first thing your spirit guides are saying is like, listen, when we compare ourselves to other people, it is going to cause us to feel like we're coming up short, even if the actual reality is we're doing better than most. Like, we're coming up roses over here with this Six of Wands. So like, you're comparing your journey to other people's is what your spirit guides are starting out by saying. And they're saying that that in and of itself is causing you not to see the reality of everything that's going well for you. Areas in your life in which you are succeeding. So that's the first thing that they're going to say here. Let's see what else. And they're saying the path of being single, or the experience of being single, is going to be one of the points on the map of the journey to being in a relationship. So they're, in other words, they're saying you have to be single in order for, let's like imagine, like, here's a point. Like, I draw a little point on a piece of paper. I'm going to actually do it. So this is being single, the experience of being single. And over here is the experience of being in a relationship. Okay, this dot has to exist in order to even connect you to this other dot, right? So I know that a lot of what your spirit guides are saying first off is kind of like, it's like, okay, spirit guides, we get the idea. Like, we have to have different experiences in life. But what Sharon is saying is that she's having too much of the experience of being single. And what your spirit guides would say in response to that, because they're being very obstinate, they're saying, yes, but the only reason you feel that you're single too much is because you're comparing your life to other people. But spirit guides, we are human, and we're viewing it in this human ego way. So meet us where we're at, okay? Like, meet us where we're at. All right. Your spirit guides are saying you have been offered opportunities for love. You had some level of awareness of this, you know, and you didn't want it. You pushed it away. Some sort of gift was offered, and you may have thought, well, I don't want to be with that person, or that, you know, So I don't know, it's like your spirit guides are really wanting to argue with you about the whole thing. I feel like they're trying to point out with you that you're going to have to take more chances on people. Basically take more chances on people is their advice. You're looking over your shoulder and you're wanting the end goal to be what happens at the beginning. But they're saying the beginning process of getting involved with someone is taking a chance on that person. And it's like they're saying you haven't really been willing truly to take that chance, because it's like, you know, you may not be rejecting them in the way that you would look at it, but in an energetic level, you're rejecting opportunities for love that have been presented. And they're saying you need to open up more to what you might think is, I don't know if I want to say beneath you, or like, it's just like you could try it out with some people, and that would be the way to get to a solid relationship. Basically, you have to be willing to give people more of a chance and facilitate happiness with them and just see what the potential is through living it. Yeah, take a chance. Taking a chance on love is the best thing to do here. Hello, Janeet. Yeah, well, I'm glad it helps. We still have 4 minutes left. I'm just trying to, I hope that it's articulating well what they're saying, but it's kind of like there's not going to be any real action in your love life so long as you are overthinking it and like, oh, well, this isn't a perfect option. This person or this situation is not a perfect option, so I'm just not going to be open to it. We kind of have to be open to quote unquote imperfect options or imperfect people, because that's all that exists in the world. Not just in terms of our romantic life, but like the world is imperfect, we are imperfect, everyone's imperfect, every situation is imperfect. Perfect doesn't exist, right? So we kind of have to jump off the diving board. The diving board isn't perfect. The water that we're diving into isn't perfect, but it's pretty good. It's, you know, it could be pretty great, right? But like there will be continued inaction so long as you're not willing to dive in with someone, you know, because your spirit guides are saying like, we're giving you opportunities. You've had multiple romantic opportunities and you rejected those opportunities. How can she embrace the next opportunity more? 3 of Cups, like, I don't know, just like really willing to go out of your way to approach someone and be approachable, engage in conversation, like spend time in social situations. I really feel like being more sociable and friendly, striking up conversations with people, and just being okay with that process of like that getting to know you, breaking the ice type of thing. So the readings are $5. You can pay via SuperChat or SuperSticker. And we've got 2 minutes left, Sharon, and then Brian is next. Let's see, anything else that Sharon needs to know here? They are telling you that you will get involved with someone. So like this period of being single is definitely not going to last forever. but you also, like, already, even now, you have opportunities available to you to get that ball rolling. You know, it's kind of up to you to get the ball rolling with being social and kind of putting yourself out there and taking risks. Okay, you were in a toxic relationship and you're still healing. Well, that's fine. You don't have to take the risk now. You don't have to dive in now, but opportunities are available to you. So yeah, I mean, like they were saying at the beginning, like, there's a season for being single, there's a season for being in a relationship, right? And then there are paths that connect the two, you know. So maybe this is, if you still need to heal, maybe it is the season to still be single. It's up to you. Or if you really want to be in a relationship, it's not, you know, it's not that we can't also still be healing when we're in a relationship. So it's like, open up the possibilities in your mind. But we've got like 20 seconds left. The timer's about to go off. And Brian, I'm glad that you're here. And it looks like your question was about Amanda and Anthony's relationship. Okay. All right, Brian, I'm going to give my deck a good shuffle here. You're welcome, Sharon. I hope that it was helpful. Okay. All right, starting the timer now. And Brian is wanting to know about Amanda and Anthony's relationship. Is it going to end? Let's look first, like, what is the status of Amanda and Anthony's relationship? So this is Amanda, represented by the Hanged Man. We have the central energy is the Ace of Swords, and then Anthony is the Nine of Swords. Well, I would say that both of them right now are definitely in their head very much about the relationship. I think that Amanda feels a little bit more calm, but like both of them are trying to have a deeper understanding, or like a stronger clarity. I mean, I actually think they both do have a lot of clarity regarding the relationship right now, but it's because they're both actively trying to achieve that clarity. Like, they're thinking about it hardcore. They're both like putting their mind through its paces, like trying to understand what this relationship is and what's going on here. So what is Amanda's understanding of it? I think Amanda feels like the two of them, I think that she does feel that perhaps the two of them are at sort of like a tipping point here. We have the Two of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. I think she's feeling we could continue to have a very solid, compatible relationship. Like, this works, and if we put effort into it, like, we will succeed. But I do also think that she is wondering, like, okay, just because we could continue to put effort into the relationship, and if we did, then it would be a lasting relationship and it would succeed. Is that what both of us want? So I think that's where she's like, maybe we are at the point where both of us are kind of considering whether or not it actually might be best to go our separate ways. Right? So that's her thought process. And again, she's represented by the Hanged Man here. I think she's sort of more or less peaceful about it, but she does know that something is going to have to change. It's like things are at a standstill between us right now. We could either really put forth the effort and like we can, you know, continue to build this relationship, and I think we've got what it takes if we both actually want that. Her question mark again is, do we actually want that, or do both of us kind of want to see what else is out there in life? So that's her thought process. So what is Anthony's thought process? Because he's the Nine of Swords. So I think he's thinking about this a lot, but I would say he's a bit more anxious about it all. So what is Anthony thinking? So I feel like what Anthony wants most of all with this King of Pentacles is he wants stability in his life. His stability is important to him, his money. He's very focused on practical things. Like, I would say he wants stability above all else. And he is seeing Amanda as maybe being very fickle right now. He does feel like both of them, with the Moon card being the central energy, he feels that both of them do have emotions for each other that run deep. And there's a lot of, you know, this connection between them. They have a past, right? They have an emotional history. There have been memories that have been built up over time. There's a lot that connects them on an emotional level. But he is viewing Amanda as being kind of fickle with this Five of Wands. And he's like, she's just all over the place. She doesn't know what she wants. And I think he's seeing her fickleness as a threat to his stability. Yeah, so we have the Two of Wands and then the Tower card. I don't know, he's almost like, you know, to him it's important that he's been able to create probably some sort of material stability or career stability in his life. And he does feel sometimes like this world that I've built for myself financially and career-wise, the way that Amanda acts sometimes, she's so fickle, she's so all over the place, that she could just ruin everything that I've built. So anyway, that's the mindset that each of them has. But your initial question was, are they going to stay together or not? Are they going to stay together? Like, you know, for a substantial amount of time longer? Are they going to stay together? It feels like more likely that they are not, because we have most cards reversed. Amanda is the Emperor upright. Anthony is the Queen of Pentacles reversed, and the shared energy is the Knight of Wands reversed. Yeah, so it kind of feels like both of them might want to start a new leg of their life's journey. Again, for Anthony, it's about like, I want stability financially and career-wise above all else, and that's my priority. And I think Amanda is just like, she would be okay with either direction. She's like, you know, we could continue to be in a relationship, and I'm open to whatever new adventures that might hold for me, but I'm also open to like going it alone and trying something new in life. Like, you know, she's not limiting her options. But Anthony, it's almost like he's built a castle for himself in some sense, and he's like, Amanda is ruining my castle, you know, metaphorically speaking. So he's like, I just want to enjoy my castle. I don't want Amanda being here ruining my castle. You know what I mean? Whatever this life is that he's built that represents material security and stability. So yeah, I mean, we've got 2.5 minutes left, Brian, but that's what I'm getting. I don't think that they're going to last. Are they, what is the ending looking like? Like, is it soon or? I definitely think that it's already on very shaky ground. We have the Knight of Swords, we have the Three of Swords reversed, and the two, there's just not enough holding it together. It's making me think of like when you have a loose tooth that's just barely hanging on by a thread. You know, it's like the tooth is still hanging on, but just barely. So I do feel like the connection between them right now is pretty fragile. So is there anything else you wanted to know, Brian? About this or any other topic? Sunita, yes, this is a tarot reading. I'm doing paid tarot readings. It's $5 via Super Chat or Super Sticker for a 10-minute reading. Does Amanda feel anything for you over him? Well, when I cut the deck, I get the Star card and the Judgment. I do think she views you as a potential fresh start. So someone she could have a fresh start if, because in her mind, she knows it's a possibility that they could break up. So yeah, I think she views you as someone that she could move on with and be happy with. How else is Amanda viewing Brian? Yeah, very positively. I mean, I shuffled, I got the Star card again and the World card. Like, this is wish fulfillment. She does feel like you're the kind of guy that she can see herself really being happy with and kind of like having it all with. You're kind of checking all the boxes. So yeah, Star, King of Pentacles, the World card. She really feels like you'd be an excellent partner. She feels like the two of you could have a substantial relationship, go the distance. Like, she sees you as a person of substance. She's definitely very attracted to you. She has envisioned the potential future with you as well. So that's how, the timer's going off. That's how she's viewing you. And how is she viewing Anthony versus you? I mean, like I said, she definitely has feelings for him. You know, I would say they have a strong past, because got the Moon card. Now we have the Six of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Devil. She's still into him. She still has an emotional connection to him as well. But I would say the biggest difference is with you, it's like the potential, like the world is my oyster, you know. She feels a very positive potential, and it's like a fresh start, which I think she kind of wants that anyway. Like, even if she stayed with him, she would want for her and Anthony to have a whole fresh start, right? And it's like, well, if we end up breaking up, then I want a fresh start elsewhere, you know. Like, she's open to either path. All right, so I thought that was a good reading. I hope that you felt that it was informative, Brian. Okay, Rach, I see your question. What do my guides have to say about this crush situation with AM? I'm still a little stuck in it, unsure if it's a lesson or a blessing. Okay. You're very welcome, Brian. It was great to see you. Let me see which deck wants to work for your reading today, Rach. I think it's the Cosmic Tarot. If it helps, I've asked about before. She's grieving. We're in no contact. Grieving over someone who's passed, or like grieving about a breakup or something. Oh, okay, a relative. Okay. Okay. All right, starting the timer now for Rach. I feel like the initial energy I get from AM is she is struggling just to feel calm. Like she wants to feel calm. She wants to feel at peace. I think she is struggling to feel that way. But that's kind of like what her strongest motivation is right now. So I get two cards coming out to represent her, which are the Four of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. The central energy between the two of you all is the Five of Cups, and then you're represented by the Strength card. Well, I think first of all, whatever this grief is that she's going through, it is actually affecting both of you. You're coming through as the Strength card, so I would say that you do have the strength to bear that. Like it is affecting you, but it's not, like you're strong enough to deal with it. You're like, okay, this is a tough thing, but in any case, on her end of it, we have the Four of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. I feel like it's like, so if she were to say this, she would say, what I have to give right now is not a lot, right? I can give just existing. What I can offer right now is that I exist. That's about all that I have to give. I think she would also say, like, I do think it's getting better. Yes, right now, all I have to give is that I exist. But I do sense that it is getting better. But at the same time, she's like, I feel that as soon as it does get better, like the other shoe is going to drop. So the momentum to go forward in my life, I have that momentum at some level, but I also feel like a sort of impending doom, like, okay, I could get my life together. I could start improving. I could start getting things into a better place for me, but is it all just going to fall apart again? She's like, right now I'm coping, I'm not doing horribly right now, but I can't shake this feeling that the other shoe is going to drop. So it's hard for me to settle in and actually just feel grateful. It's hard for me to settle in and allow myself to even feel loved, or to feel anything good right now is difficult for me, because I'm so scared that as soon as I get comfortable emotionally, something else bad is going to happen, and it's going to shake me, and it's going to feel like my whole life is falling apart again. I do think that she is doing a good job herself at balancing all of this out. It's not that she is depressed per se and viewing everything negatively, but she also doesn't want to go to the danger of the other end of it and just assuming, well, everything is great and everything's going to work out, because she's like, it's both. Life is full of both the good and the bad, the light and the dark. And She's like, right now I kind of have to make my way in the moonlight, you know, just sort of the halfway point. Like I can't be bright and sunny and optimistic. I don't have access to that right now. What I have access to is moonlight, right? A less bright sort of light, you know. I have optimism that things will get better, and I'm going to continue putting one foot in front of the other. But I'm just going to have to be slow about it. I'm just going to have to be slow and steady, because I have to feel prepared for what next may happen that's difficult, because I expect that something difficult will happen again. And I just can't be Pollyanna with my eyes to the sky, like being all bright and sunny right now. I just don't have that to give. Oh yeah. Well, that's the life of an empath, huh? Having other people's emotions. I think it's interesting when I pull cards about that. You're the Queen of Cups, being empathic. We have a shared energy as the Nine of Swords, and her energy is the Nine of Wands. I kind of feel like my initial feeling is that it does go both ways. Like both of you are kind of picking up on each other's energy somehow. I think that she does feel kind of reassured by your energy. You think you're in love with her or something? It's weird. Yeah. I do also feel like, though, she feels like it's her responsibility to start to get happy again and to get to that more positive place, right? Like I said, she's not in that sunshiny place right now. She knows it's not realistic for her to try to force herself to be in that mindset right now, but she does want to get there. I would say that she does feel reassured by you. What is that Nine of Swords, though? I think that she does also sense that there is some potential for the two of you. After she goes through all of these changes, she's going through a lot of transformations right now. It's difficult. It's a bit of a, I don't know, like a dark night of the soul type of process that she's, you know, she has not gotten to the light at the end of the tunnel yet. But she feels like when she emerges from this period in her life, that it could be possible that the two of you could be happy together. I think she does see that potential, like for a romantic relationship. Yeah, it's like an awareness. It's in her awareness that the two of you being together as a couple is a possibility. But she's going through a lot right now with this Ten of Wands. And she's going through a lot of changes. Turn and face the strain. She's facing the strain. There's a lot of strain right now. And she's trying her best. You know, what is the advice to Rach? We have the Princess of Wands and the Two of Cups. I think your spirit guides are saying, like, you know, give in to those feelings. You think you're in love with her or something. You know, it's not weird. It's great. I feel like your spirit guides are saying, like, embrace that. Allow yourself to feel the feels. There's nothing wrong with you feeling that. All of those feelings, the attraction, the lovey-dovey feelings, like, feel it. Just let yourself feel it. You know, like, she may not be quite ready yet, I don't think, because of all of what she's going through. But why shouldn't you just allow yourself to feel those feelings? Yeah, because I feel like she's feeling those feelings too. Why not allow yourself to feel them? You know, it's like, it does feel again like maybe the timing isn't right, perhaps, to rush into something, but there's nothing wrong with feeling the feelings. I mean, that's the final advice. The timer's about to go off, but if you have anything else, I hope that gave you the insight that you needed there. You're welcome. You feel like you should save my car. What are you saving it from? Save it. Are you having a psychic moment that something bad is going to... Oh, sage it. Oh, I was like, save it. I want it to stay safe too. Sage it? I don't feel... No. You feel like you mucked up my car with your energy or something? I don't think so. I had the windows open, well, on that side, so we've got air flowing through to keep it, keep the energy fresh. I don't think I have any sage right now. Oh, it wasn't too bad, no. No, I was given enough awareness of it to be able to describe it, but no, it wasn't. Sometimes that does happen though, like where I feel someone's energy and it is pretty difficult. But I mean, usually once the reading is over, that feeling is over also. But yeah, I appreciate you having that concern. So I do recommend the iced cherry chai. I will say, like, after the initial, it just turns into a chai, you know? So it's like, if you like chai tea, then try it. If not, then you're not going to like it, because it's basically chai, but like a little bit of a boost of cherry flavor in the initial few sips. Oh, this drink is this is Starbucks. It's called the iced cherry chai. Oh. Yeah. I think I'm going to go to church tonight. I haven't been to church in a few weeks. There's a really cute dog over here. I'm parked at a park. I don't know what kind of dog I don't know what kind of dog that is. It's adorable though. It's white, and I don't think it's a poodle, but it does, like, it's been groomed so that it has that little pom-pom at the end of its tail, like they often do with poodles. But the way that its ears and head is, I don't think it is a poodle. I'm not very good at identifying dogs, but it is a cute one. Oh, it's kind of nice to have a little bit of a break. So I know you're a movie person, Rach. I watched She's All That recently, which is free on YouTube. Free with ads, you know. That's actually a really cute movie. I like that movie. It's like I've been trying to watch things lately that are like comfort zone, like movies are, yeah, it's a fun movie. She's All That. Like movies that aren't like taking too much out of me to watch. I don't know. I don't know what it is that makes a movie a comfort movie for me, but I guess that was one. I watched it. It's super cute. I also, I was trying to understand, you know, this Emilia Perez movie, which I have not watched, but like people are really complaining about this movie. And I was just like, I feel like, you know, like maybe people are overreacting. I didn't really know even what the movie was about, but I'm just like, people seem to really like be upset about this movie. And then I watched some snippets from the Oscars. I saw Zoe Saldana's acceptance speech, and like that sparked my curiosity more. She's talking about like blah blah blah, taking risks, like, and then she was like crying with snot bubbles about mommy, mommy when she first got up there, and I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know much about Zoe Saldana. I'm not trying to be mean, but like it was giving cringe. I don't know. It just irritated me, and I'm just gonna say it. Yeah, people overreacting. I'm overreacting now because I'm just like, Zoe Saldana, why is she crying for her mommy? The first thing when she's looking in the audience like she doesn't know where her mom is. Like, I felt like she was being very melodramatic. Like, you were just sitting next to her. You don't know where your mom is? Are you kidding? Like, she's at the front of the audience. And it just seems like a pre-rehearsed, I'm crying. For my mommy, like, you're an adult. Grow up. I don't know. This is my moon in Capricorn, like, getting irritated here. I'm like, bitch, my mom is dead. Like, your mom is right fucking there. Get the fuck over it. Really? You're getting a goddamn Oscar. Stop crying. I'm like, I don't know anything about her, but I was just like, I don't know why. It pissed me off, the acceptance speech. So then I'm like, I gotta figure out your moon in Aquarius. Yeah, we're Saturn-ruled moons. Like, we do not have time for it. Ma'am, get a hold of yourself. Like, I'm okay with crying during an acceptance speech, but like, mommy, I'm exaggerating about the snot bubbles. There were no snot bubbles, but it was giving snot bubble energy. And I was like, what in the fuck is happening here? Ma'am, please. And she's like, blah, 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 every time I take a big risk. And I'm like, really? Is this movie a big risk? What is a big risk? So I go and watch the Emilia Perez trailer, because I know there's also been a lot of controversy about the movie, because one of the actresses like was tweeting out all sorts of things that like got her into trouble, right? But I don't know what the movie is about. So I watched the trailer. I watched the trailer from start to finish. I still have no idea what the movie is about. So I go to the comments, because this comment section, that's where the information is. Sometimes. Lots of other comments which people are like, I just watched this trailer and I have zero idea what this movie is supposed to be about. And I'm like, me too. But I found a response to someone's such comment where they explained what the movie was about. Apparently, what Emilia Perez is about, it's about the leader of a drug cartel who was born male and transitions to a woman, and suddenly they're a good person again. So the movie is about like the corruption of drug cartels in Mexico, but it's about this particular drug cartel leader who, because they are transgender and they go through a gender transition, that suddenly now they're a great human being. So I'm like, okay, that's interesting. So I'm like, let me find a clip of the movie or something, because I'm like, I don't know if I have it in me to watch the whole movie. So I find this scene, and it just happens to be, and it's a musical also. So it just happens to be this scene where Zoe Saldana's character is jumping around on people's dinner tables, dancing between them, and then jumping on it, and it's like this weird like dream fever, you know. It's because nobody seems to really know that she's there, and yet she's doing this. Yeah, it's a musical. And in Spanish, but like everyone who speaks native Spanish doesn't understand it, because the people who wrote this movie don't speak Spanish. I don't know if they used an AI translator or what, but like it's not. Apparently, to people who actually speak Spanish, the movie's not making a lot of sense. But anyway, so that's one of the controversies, one of the many ones. But this is what happens. So Zoe Saldana's character is like writhing around throughout this dining room where apparently there are all these drug cartel people and like their wives or girlfriends or whatever. And she goes up to this one guy and she's like, corruption, corruption. You married a younger woman who is blonde. Rubio, Rubio. Like she's saying it in Spanish. Yeah, I think they wrote the movie using Google Translate. They're like, write a movie script about a drug cartel leader who undergoes a gender transformation and then suddenly has a heart of gold. So anyway, but Zoe Saldana's character is like calling out this corruption, and she calls out this guy at this dinner table next to this younger woman who's blonde, and she's like, you corrupt person, you got into a relationship with a younger woman who is blonde. And then she literally rips a section of blonde hair out of the woman's head who doesn't notice. Like if you're getting, like I said, it's like some sort of dream fever nightmare because the people aren't really responding to Zoe's character, even though she's jumping all over the place on top of people's tables, ripping hair out of their heads. So she rips a piece of the blonde woman's hair out of her head, and then Zoe dangles it in front of her own crotch while she's like reared back on top of the table. Like it's a blonde pussy wig. I mean, maybe she gave her Oscar speech in character. I don't know. But I just thought it was funny. She get up there, she thanks her husband, who also is blonde, or maybe he has light brown hair, because sometimes I get confused and I think that people with light brown hair are blonde. I don't know. I've always, my whole life I've done that. But she said something about, thank you to my husband and his gorgeous hair. I hadn't watched any of the movie at that point, but then later when I watched this sequence from the movie, I was like, isn't that interesting? She loves her husband's blonde hair, but her character in the movie wants to rip a woman's hair out of her head because it happens to be blonde and then dangles it in front of her pussy. It's weird. I don't get it. I'm sorry. Like, why is this winning Oscars? I don't know. And especially because it's up against Wicked, which I've already discussed. I loved Wicked. Not that I get to decide who wins an Oscar or not, but like, I don't know. I don't know. It was just, so it says I'm reconnected. So I don't know if I was cut off there. YouTube is not here for my stupid movie comments. I probably shouldn't even be giving them, but I don't know what else to talk about at this point. It was weird, man. I don't know. And going back to the trailer, this was the whole trailer. Zoe Saldana's character meets, I think her name is Sofia Garcia Gascon. I can't remember. But she's the one that is like in a lot of controversy because of her tweets. She is a trans woman in real life. And in the movie, she plays a trans woman who used to be, I think, a drug cartel leader or whatever. Like I said, I haven't watched the movie. But this is all of what the trailer is. They're sitting next to each other with a bunch of other people at this fancy dinner table. Sophia's character turns to Zoe's character and says, "Are you English?" And Zoe's character is like, "No, I'm not English. I think she says Mexican. I don't remember. She says where she's from. And she's like, "Why? Why did you ask if I'm English?" And Sophia's character is like, "Because you're so pretty." And then that's where the trailer ends, basically. Now, a trailer is supposed to give you some idea at all of what a movie is about. Like, what would anyone's takeaway be from such a trailer? Are you English? No, why do you ask? because you're so pretty. I mean, what is that? A teaser for what? What are we being teased about? Like, the movie is about the corruption of drug cartels in Mexico, and like people who get upset about it, including someone who used to be a cartel leader who transitioned. Nothing in that trailer is telling us anything. It's like, and also like, you know, not that a character in a movie has to make sense, but what does being English have to do with being pretty? I'm not saying that English people can't be pretty, but I like, I'm just confused. I'm very confused. I don't know. Anyway, it's not a movie that I want to watch. That was all I needed to know about the movie. So at this point, I'm like, Santa, you saw half of the movie? It's horrible. Yeah. I thought people were probably, I really wasn't paying much attention. I was just like, people seem real upset about this movie, annoyed, frustrated. I was like, maybe people are exaggerating, but like just watching the trailer and that one performance that I mentioned, yeah, that's what I've heard as well. I speak some Spanish. I'm definitely not a native Spanish speaker, but like from what I've heard, the Spanish is not translated or spoken very well at all. Yeah. Yeah, so there are a lot of issues. Like, why is this movie up for so many Oscars is the other thing. Like, if it has this many problems, like it makes you question the whole Oscars process. Like, how are they determining who gets nominated and who's winning? Like, you know? Yeah, I'm not familiar with most of them. I mean, I like, so Selena Gomez's acting, I'm only familiar with Only Murders in the Building. You know, that's the extent of my knowledge of her acting. But I thought she was really good in that. I mean, I love that show. But I didn't watch any of her acting in this movie, so I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I will have to agree. Like, people talk about Zoe Saldana like she's some excellent, like, over-the-top, talented. She's just like a normal, regular acting level as far as I can tell. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but like, I didn't see anything, nothing was wowing me in the clip that I watched from the movie. And I'm not really familiar with her from anything else either. So I don't know, I don't have much to go on, but it's who you know. Yeah. I think it's who you know, and also like the subject of the movie, I think is partly maybe what was getting awarded. It was like the idea of the message of the movie. You know, which also, like, I don't really get that message. Like, you know, I don't think, I mean, if you're a good person, you're a good person. It's not, I don't think, so transitioning your gender changes your gender, right? Presentation, etc. I guess the gender identity would already be there, but you're changing the way you present yourself to the world to match what you already feel inside. But it doesn't change the quality of your character. Like, it doesn't make you like, oh, you were a corrupt person and now you're not a corrupt person. Like, what is the message? Like, people with gender dysphoria are corrupt unless they transition? I don't get it. This has been happening forever and people don't call it out enough. It sounds like they figured out the formula to get the award. Yeah, I think so. But it was making me think of, like, back in the day, there was a movie called Boys Don't Cry. And this was before, like, trans issues were so much, like, in the public eye. Like, people really didn't, the general public didn't know a lot about trans issues. But Boys Don't Cry, starring Hilary Swank, excellent actress who I think she was probably nominated. I think she's been nominated and maybe won a few Oscars, but it was about a trans guy named, I think, Brandon Tina, and it was based on a true story. That is a great film and very hard to watch. I think she won for that. Yeah, but it's like she deserved to because it was actually excellent acting. And also the storyline wasn't this contrived, like, virtue signaling. You know what I mean? It wasn't about virtue signaling. It was about, like, let's explain this person's actual life and who they are and what it means for them to have had that experience and then what happened to them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's like, I just feel like the virtue signaling in lieu of actual, like, the holistic portrait of life. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I'm not being very, very articulate, but it's like the virtue signaling is out of control. And like people are thinking that the virtue signaling itself has substance. It doesn't. Like there's no substance. I feel like Boys Don't Cry had substance, you know, like it was a compelling story and a compelling, you know, telling of someone's actual real life story. Not that it would matter, even if it wasn't a real life story, it was just told in a compelling manner. But, I don't know. Yes, that's what I feel. It does seem to me to do a disservice to trans stories. Yeah. People are individuals. It's contrived. Yeah. Like, Brandon Tina, as I understand it, so this was a trans man. I believe that his birth name was Tina. And then when he changed his name and started presenting as Brandon, he called himself Brandon Tina, as if Tina is the last name. But he didn't dead name the name Tina, you know what I mean? And like, we're in a place now where it's like the virtue signaling and the feeling like I'm doing it the right way means we have to treat all trans people the same. And all trans people hate their dead names. And you should never bring up the dead name in any blah, blah, blah. And it's like, but trans people are also individuals and might have an individual viewpoint on their quote unquote dead name. Yeah, it's different for each person. But the virtue signaling like pigeonholes an entire group of people in a way that's like, but I'm doing it the compassionate way. Are you? I don't know. Oh, vey. I should not have talked about it, but I'm kind of glad I got it off my chest because I'm like, I could just have talked to the AI chatbot about it. I'm not sure. The AI chatbots are so diplomatic about everything. We can also say that about a lot of other groups too. There just need to be more diverse stories out there. Yeah, and like diverse, yeah, in the true essence of the word. Not like diverse means everyone in this group is all like conform to each other and you can only see them that way, or you are the bad person who's hateful. Yeah. I'm doing paid readings. They're $5 either via SuperChat or SuperSticker. And then the reading is 10 minutes long. Yeah. Santa, if you want me to pull a few cards for free, I can, since you were polite enough to engage in my controversial topic here. Because I was like, I probably shouldn't even bring this movie up, but I could pull a few cards for free for you. Or if you want to get the full 10 minutes, then you can pay the $5. It's up to you. But yeah, just tell me what you want to ask. This is a safe space. Maybe. No, I mean, the internet seems to be a safe space for people to criticize this movie, because there's certainly been a lot of it. Okay, and what's his first name or initial? And I'm assuming your name is Santa, but maybe that's, you know, sometimes people's profile names are not. But I need like first names and initial and or initials. I'm just not going to watch it. Yeah. I don't have a Netflix account. I think that's where it's at, is on Netflix, which also, like, that was a big deal too, that Netflix was getting so many nominations, but okay, so how is Kente? So Kente is your ex. You're going through some legal custody, wanting to know how he feels about it all. So he's represented by the Moon. You're represented by the Eight of Pentacles, and the shared energy is the Queen of Wands. I think he feels like both of you, with this shared energy of the Queen of Wands, it's like both of you have said pretty openly what you want out of the situation and how you feel about. He feels like things have been expressed openly. But at the same time that things have been expressed openly, he still feels like he himself doesn't really know what you're thinking and feeling. I think he still has sweet and loving feelings for you, which you might be surprised to hear. I don't know, but you know, he does still have feelings for you. He, you know, he's still thinking about the good times with this Nine of Cups. He's thinking about the sweetness that the two of you have shared, that he feels like you probably have a lot of resentment. So how does he feel about the legal stuff specifically? I think that he feels like the outcome will probably be good for your family overall. So your family meaning like the two of you and your child or children. You said this was a legal custody thing, but like he feels like the outcome will be good for everyone. That's his mindset. Yeah, your kids. He thinks that there will be a positive outcome for the two of you and your kids. I think he does look forward to spending time with the kids, and he thinks that the outcome will allow him to spend time with the kids. So I would say he's viewing the legal process it's a little challenging and it's a little stressful, but it's overcomable. You know, like, we'll get past this. Love is the most important thing. Love will win in the end. The love among the family members will win in the end. So yeah, he thinks that the legal outcome will be fair and impartial and in the best interest of everyone. Well, I'm sorry things are not going very well, or that you're, you know, feeling stressed out about it. Let me see what your spirit guides have to say about that. I do feel, you know, this is kind of something that all of us are going through with the Venus retrograde right now. I'm not going to bore you with all of that, but Venus is retrograding through Aries and then back into Pisces. And it's kind of making all of us have to reevaluate where can I let go of my own personal needs here in order to facilitate more cohesion or harmony with another person. It's like balancing out, like, okay, how do I get what I want, but also still have harmony with this other person if we have different ideas about things. But it's, you know, like there has to be some give and take, basically. Is I think what your spirit guides are saying. And, you know, right now this feels very stressful, but your spirit guides are saying, like, this is just a moment within the broader, longer context of your life. And once you get past this, it won't seem as significant, you know, like you all will get back to a place where we have a happy family going on. The kids are taken care of, you know, like the kids are feeling loved. So this is a moment. It's a moment. You will get past it and things will get back to normal, so to speak, you know, a new normal. Yeah, but things are going to be okay. Wow, this Chariot card keeps coming out. The Chariot and the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, I think it's on the horizon. But yeah, I mean, I see like your kids being very happy, you know, for the long haul. Like, I feel like your kids are feeling like they have supportive parents and that they're loved. There's a sense of a happy family, you know, like obviously it sounds like the two of you have parted ways, but like, I think you are going to co-parent effectively. Oh, well, thank you. People don't normally send us super stickers, and they're very cute. It's a little jumping video game controller. What was the one before? Let me go back. Might have been the same thing. I don't see it anymore. Oh, it said newbie. I also had I guess there's a video game controller theme going on right now. You're welcome, Santa. Yeah, you can't. That is true. You can't type in the super sticker. Oh, you're saying that's why people don't send it very often. Yeah, I think so. Although if you're in India, that's the only way you can send it. And I think that has to do with the fact that you can't type in it is why it's allowed. But again, that's probably like a tangent that we don't need to go down. But yeah, I have my theory about why that is the case. You know, because different governments can decide what various social media platforms allow in their country or not. So I'm assuming it's the Indian government that has dictated that. But yeah, Rach is always very supportive of everyone. She's always very supportive and encouraging. I like Modi. But yeah, I mean, no government is perfect. I have criticized him before, but I would say on the whole, I like Modi, but I would love to go to India. So what is there to talk about? Someone else should bring up a topic, because otherwise I'm going into the danger zones today. I should go into the danger zones. I don't even know what to talk about. The Venus retrograde is in full effect. I talked about that in the last live stream. I feel like I see it. My friend Barry showed up in my live stream today. It seems like he's gone now, but like I have not talked to Barry in a long time. So that was so interesting that he popped in my live stream. He's never been to my live stream before. You keep your mouth shut for the same reason. What I feel like I've been feeling is, so the Mercury retrograde doesn't start till the 14th, I think, but it's already in the shadow zone. It's going to be traveling close to the same degrees as this Venus retrograde too, which also means it's traveling the degrees that the eclipses this month are going to happen in. Which maybe is why I'm already feeling it. I don't know if anyone else is feeling Mercury retrograde effects, but like I've been having like Mercury type issues, like yeah, just like glitchy stuff going on, stuff like that. What was really cool? Oh, that my friend Barry showed up. Yeah, that was really cool. Yeah, I'm always forgetting the name of the country he lives in. He's from Eastern Kentucky like me. He is a fellow hillbilly. And we met in Eastern Kentucky when we were undergrads in college. But he's lived in Taiwan, but right now he lives in a small country that's near Taiwan that I feel like starts with an M, and I always forget. I'm not great at geography. I always forget the name of that country. It's a small country near to Taiwan. Anyway, he is a professor of linguistics. So he has his own YouTube channel, and he posts videos of like lectures and different things that he's done with his class. So I don't know if it lets you click on his picture and go to his YouTube, but he posted a YouTube video earlier, and I don't know how to get to it without leaving the live stream, but hopefully I'll be able to follow it once the live stream is over, or I'll email him and be like, Barry, what was that YouTube link you were trying to send to me? Myanmar, it might be. I feel like it's a shorter word than that, but I could be wrong. Aw. I wish you a beautiful day as well. It was great to do a little quick reading for you, and that was very kind of you to send me a payment. But you didn't have to do that. I was willing to do it for free that time. Sometimes I'm just in the mood. Hi, Ann. I'm doing well. Ann. How are you doing? I'm enjoying the spring-like weather that we've started having where I live. It's getting a little chilly though. I think I'm going to close I've got my windows open on the other side, but I think I'm going to close it. A bit too chilly. Oh, it's nighttime. Where at in the UK are you? Manchester, okay. At least I've heard of Manchester. I don't know. I don't know much about Manchester. I know they have like a famous, they have a pretty famous sports team, right? Is it like a, I'm sorry, I'm trying. Don't they have like a famous sports team? The Manchester something, Manchester, what is it? Manchester United, yeah. That's what I was going to say. And then I was like, I feel like that's, I don't know if it's right or not. Soccer. But do you all call it soccer or you call it football? Yeah. So that's what I know about Manchester. And also, I feel like the other thing I know about Manchester is that I think that's where the concert was happening. There was like a bombing or something, or an active shooter or something, like during an Ariana Grande concert. Was that also Manchester? Yeah, years ago. Yeah. I guess those are the two things I know. So Manchester, I would assume like maybe it's like a pretty decent sized city, but not as big as London maybe. Have a good weekend. It was good to see you. I'm just like, I need to travel more. I need to travel the world more because I'm over here in my American bubble. Like the United States is so huge. Like it's hard to understand like a country as small as England. But I feel like England has such a large personality, but it's like so small geographically compared to the US. Yeah, still one of the major cities. Yeah. Well, I am part English in my DNA. Pretty disconnected from, like what that means to me culturally speaking anymore. Like, I feel like the influence of the English is still strong in America, just in general. But yeah, I don't know other than that. Like I drink coffee. I'm not a big tea drinker. I'm a coffee drinker, for example. Like, I don't know. What am I supposed to do? I eat biscuits. I don't eat scones. And when I eat a biscuit, it's a biscuit. It's not a cookie. Anyway, where do you want to go in the U.S.? Do you have probably New York City? I enjoy vanilla lattes. Okay, that's good to hear. I actually like tea as well, but I prefer coffee. Yeah, New York City. That's where everybody wants to go. I have actually still not even been to New York City. I've been to New York State, and again, that's a US thing. Like I think New York State is even bigger than is New York State bigger than England? I need to understand how big England is because I was actually thinking about this recently. Like England is pretty small. It seems like in England, like everybody would know every place because it's not that big. But like I live in the state of Kentucky. Like Kentucky is probably about the same size as England. But like England has this huge personality, right? Yeah, you're just an island. You're small. You're a little baby. Yeah. But it's part of the British Empire, and the British Empire is gigantic. So that's what's going on. Anyway, I'm part English and part Welsh and part Irish. And then a bit French. And then like a little salting of Norwegian and Finnish. But so I in my DNA, I'm quite British myself. I just don't know much else about it. I had to read Chaucer when I was an undergrad in college getting an English degree, which is what we call it here. I don't know what you all call it over there, but if you get a literature degree in college in the US, it's called an English degree. And we have to study, the basis of it is American literature and British literature. And we have to study it from like the beginning, you know, up until like modern times. So anyway, I had to read like Beowulf and like the Canterbury Tales and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, you call it an English literature degree. See, that's what it should be called. Like literature that is primarily written in the English language, I guess, right? But we just call it an English degree. So like people from other countries, like when I've told them that my degree is in English, they're like, oh, you got a degree in your own language? Like you went to college to learn how to speak your own language? That's weird. But anyway. Yeah, so I'm just chilling, Anne. I don't know. It says 2 people are watching, so it's you and somebody else. I don't know that I have anything amazing to say, but just letting the live stream roll until I feel compelled to move on to something else today. I'm going to church tonight. So there's that. I haven't been to church in a few weeks, and I just feel the call, I guess. Mostly because I'm kind of, oh, hi, Barry. Why are you just saying me? We're talking about English degrees because she's from England. And I was explaining in the United States, we call it an English degree. And I was like, I don't know what they call it in England. It is kind of weird that we just call it an English degree. But, and she said that in England, they call it an English literature degree, which makes more sense. Oh, you're the other one with Anne? What do you mean the other one with? Oh, okay, the other one, because I said 2 people were watching. Okay. I was like, are you with Anne? Like you all know each other? I'm like, are you in you're in New Orleans, you're in England, you're all over the place. Okay, Barry, so I was telling someone earlier, I was like talking about how we knew each other and that you lived, I always forget what it's called. Like I know that you live in a country that is near to Taiwan, and I'm pretty sure it starts with the letter M, but I can never remember what it is. We had to take one linguistics course at Morehead State. We had to do that because I don't even remember it. That was a long time ago. I mean, I know it's not just literature, but most of it is literature and then like some maybe literary theory and stuff for the undergrad English degree. And it's a lot of writing essays and learning MLA format. Yes, at Morehead. Yeah, most is literature. Yeah, that's what I was telling her. An English degree in the United States, we have to study British literature and American literature. So anyway, I was just kind of explaining how we do it here. All right, so Anne is purchasing a reading. How? Macau. Okay, thank you, because I always forget. I'll try to remember it. Okay, how do people view me? What are their thoughts and feelings about me? It's the Vegas of Asia. So this is the place where like anything goes. People go there to like do things. Like, is it literally gambling, or are you just saying like Vegas in the sense of like, because people go to Vegas for a lot of stuff. Primarily gambling, I guess. But so it has more like lax, maybe like social norms, or like, I don't know. All right, so Anne. Okay, gambling. All right, how do people view me? All right, Anne, I'm starting the timer now. Well, the first card I get is the Four of Swords. I would say that people view you as a very peaceful person. But I think with this King of Cups, they view you as peaceful, but they also view you as someone who will take your peace. For example, like you see this guy is on this island, you know, like if you need to take time for yourself in order to maintain your peaceful, balanced state, then you will do that. Because I think that people do miss you a lot. You see in the background, there's this mermaid looking over at this King of Cups. And like, so like people recognize, okay, sometimes Anne seems to need to take time for herself, and I respect that, but I hope she's done, you know, having time for herself, because I miss her, you know, like, so I feel like people miss you, but at the same time, they understand that you need to find your own peace. Thank you, Barry. I'm glad you came back. I didn't know. I also have the Ten of Swords reversed. So it's like, I don't know, people feel like things that would maybe make someone else sort of unhinged, or like something that most people wouldn't be able to cope with. You seem to be very, what's the word that I'm looking for? Resilient. You're very resilient. You don't let things get the best of you. And I also think that people view you as someone who, if someone hurts you the first time, you don't give them the opportunity to hurt you the second time, right? The first time is all you need. So people know that about you. Like, if you F it up with Anne and treat her the wrong way, she's not giving second chances. People view you that way. I do kind of feel, though, like a lot of people want more time with you. Again, you see this little cat in the background. He's got like this spread laid out. But I feel like this is how people see you. It's like they feel like you seem to need a lot of time to yourself. And I don't know, it makes them sad. And it's like, wow, I wish I could spend more time with Anne. Yeah, again, we have lots of solitude. They see you as someone who seeks a lot of solitude and seems to be more comfortable in that energy. I know I'm repeating myself, but like I feel like people see that you need to do that in order to like restore your energy levels or something, right? You have to like spend time alone in order to recharge, basically, and then once you've recharged, you can get back into it. But yeah, people love having you around. People love having you around because we have the Temperance card, the Seven of Cups, and the Two of Cups. I feel like people feel like you're very honest, for one thing. And you deliver that honesty. You don't sugarcoat your honesty, but you do deliver it in a way that's digestible, so to speak. You know, like if someone asks for your truthful opinion, you'll give your truthful opinion, but you do it, you know, like you try to be soft about it at the same time. You're not trying to hurt someone's feelings. You have a lot of awareness of people's feelings and you're thoughtful in that sense. But you're still honest. So it's like people can trust your advice, people can trust your feedback, and they know that you will give them the truth. And you give it with love. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. You give your honest feedback and you give it actually with a lot of love. People sense Anne is on my side. You know, like when she's around, if I'm going through something that I need to talk to her about, she's on my side, she's supportive of me, and she's also honest. So I feel like people view you as someone they can really trust. But yeah, I mean, it just keeps coming up that people do feel like you're kind of a loner and that you're very guarded in terms of your personal energy and personal space. And that maybe you have to do that because perhaps you get hurt easily and that you just have to guard your energy. We have the Queen of Swords and then the Three of Swords. Like there's a wall up. People are aware of the wall. But I feel like most people, like they have this awareness of it, but they're very respectful as well. And it's like they keep coming back for more from you, Anne, because they just, again, they just love your energy. They like to be around you. I feel like I'm getting repetitions of the same things now at this point. Like, you're very loving. We have the Star card and the Empress, but then with the Five of Wands, it's like you're extremely loving, but like sometimes you might want to be a little bit argumentative, but it's like even when you are being maybe argumentative or fussy or something like that, like which all humans can be sometimes, like people never don't feel loved. Like always the love is there. Always people feel loved and supported by you, even when you're being kind of fussy or something. I would say people do think that you kind of have your moods or like your ups and downs in terms of what this fussy means. I was trying to clarify that. Like, you know, you have ups and downs in your moods. But I don't know. It's like, I kind of feel like people view you as like, you seem to take it out on yourself more than you do other people. Like you beat yourself up sometimes, you know, like you get in a negative headspace and maybe you talk negatively about yourself. And I don't know, like people really like having you around. You're the kind of person people want to have in their life for years to come. I hope you're still here and you're hearing me, Anne. Because I don't see any thing. I always start to worry because that's happened before where people were typing and for whatever reason I couldn't see it. But yeah, like you're someone that people want to have in their life for years to come. And I just feel like people feel like you're right about a lot of things. Like you have such a keen insight. Like they know that they can trust your insights. You're on target. You're someone who thinks deeply before you make a decision. Okay, good. I'm glad you're here. You think deeply about things before you make a decision or before you decide what your perspective is. And because you consider things so carefully before jumping to conclusions, you're usually on target and you're right about whatever it is that you're saying. So again, like I feel like people view you as someone they can really turn to for advice or for like if they need a perspective on what they should do about something or something like that. Yeah, Three of Cups. People love spending time with you. It's just at the same time that they love spending time with you, they're like, Anne doesn't really like spending time with me as much, but that's okay because I love spending time with her. And people really, they look forward to spending time with you and they look for opportunities to spend time with you. I wish I could, like, this is, I feel like people feel kind of inspired by you. We've got the Ace of Wands and the Page of Cups. So, like, when you're not around, okay, what spiritual gifts? I'll finish my sentence. When you're not around, or when people can't spend time with you, I think you are thought-provoking and you make people think, I don't know, you inspire people in some way. You create ideas in people's heads, like, I think, thinking about things in ways that they hadn't otherwise. The timer's about to go off, but let me see what else. What spiritual gifts? We have the Queen of Cups and the Death card, so I would say a deep understanding of people's emotions, because the Death card is like Scorpio energy, 8th house energy, and then the Queen of Cups. It's like, this is very watery. Both of these are watery cards. I think that you have a deep emotional understanding of other people. Like, you can read people's motives for good or bad. Like, you understand people's motives and intentions very easily. You have a very strong psychic, you're a strong psychic empath, right? You understand, I'm repeating myself again, people's emotions deep down. Let me see what else. Yeah, I think you kind of, you're good at, it's called discernment. You can kind of see a person's motives and whether that person has quote unquote good motives or bad motives, and whether or not you should keep your distance. So that's called discernment. You can read people's intentions. Is this a person I can trust or not, basically? And then we have, for spiritual gifts, we have the Sun and the Ace of Swords. I feel like you have a lot of clarity. You know, we just talked about discernment, which is a form of clarity, like clarity of understanding who a person really is. But this is just like clarity in general. Like, you have, your mind is clear. You see the truth of things. You see the truth of things very well. So yeah, I hope that answered. The timer's gone off already, but I keep having to scratch my nose. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna, my nose is very itchy. What does that mean? Superstitiously, when your nose itches, does that mean something? Someone's talking about you? Is that what that means? But I feel like it happens when I'm live streaming the most. So I think it's like a nervous thing or an anxiety thing, actually, for me. All right. Well, I hope that was helpful, Anne. Ooh. Sorry, I'm a soda addict, and then it causes me to have this like gurgly issue. So Barry, how have you been doing? What's going on if you're still here? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I was actually thinking about emailing you the other day, but then I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be bothering him if I do that. So I'm actually really glad to hear from you. It was entertaining. Yeah, it was all positive too. Like, at one point I was like, well, is there anything negative? And like, the only negative thing that would come up, even when I specifically was asking the cards, like, is there anything negative that people think of her? It was just that you have a kind of a strong wall But like I said, it feels like people respect that at the same time. Like they're like, okay, she's got to put up a strong wall. Like, you know, she's got to recharge. She's got to do what she's got to do. So very busy. I could never bother you. Please email me. I need to log off now. Glad I caught you here. Okay, I will send you an email. If not today, then tomorrow. But yeah, thank you so much. You are number one as well. Thank you. Yeah, I'm probably going to get off of the live stream pretty soon. Also, it's coming up on 5 o'clock. Is that coffee drinking? Oh, tea. Yep. Okay, we'll catch up on the tea. Yeah, there have been a lot of changes in my life since I spoke to you last. So there's a lot on my end. There's, I guess, a lot to catch up on, but I don't know if you'd call them victories, but some of them are victories. But yeah, I think I'm going to get off the live stream anyway. I've been on for almost 3 hours and it's almost 5 o'clock here, so I'm going to get ready for church, which doesn't mean much. It means I'm going to take another bathroom break and maybe have a snack or something. Or just chill out on my phone and play a little computer game or something. All right, thank you guys for stopping by. Barry, I will talk to you soon. All right, bye, folks.